Good, how are you this morning?
Fine, thank you.
Good. So I'm going to the airport. What is it, CVG, I think? It is starting off as a beautiful morning, and traveling to California today got me nostalgic thinking about the first time that I moved there. So I thought I would spend at least just the beginning of the vlog explaining, in my opinion, the easiest possible way to move to California. Look how pretty it is right now. I think the first part of this is your financial situation. I'll explain where I was financially and how I went about it. And if you're better off than I am, then you have a better chance of surviving. If you're worse off, you just have to work harder than I did at everything I'm about to explain. I think it all starts off with writing down your goals realistically on what you want out of California and your actual dream and what will make you happy, thinking it through in that aspect. I will say that I started off the trip with $3,000, which might seem like a lot, but I did a lot of saving beforehand because I knew exactly what I wanted. So I worked really hard 7 months prior just to save up for the trip. But clearly, the more money you save up, the longer you can put off having an actual job when you live out there, and you can spend time working on exactly what you want to work on and the career that you want. To me, these two things are pretty essential, but I would definitely recommend them for anyone who's about to go out there and try to do the whole shebang, because I feel like there needs to be a little warm up, a little trial. So first off, I would try to take a trip out there beforehand just to get the lay of the land and kind of spend a week out there just to kind of see how you really feel about it and try to meet the locals and explore, etc. And two, I would try to have a car. When you get out there, you might be a burden on other people, and that will immediately have people turned off to you. So if you could have a car or go out there with people who have a car, as long as there's some situation where you can get somewhere quickly without having to pay for an Uber every single time, then I would take advantage of that. I also realize how hard some of these things are for a lot of people, and I understand that financial circumstances can be really, really horrendous for some people and really awesome for certain people. But if you want to make it happen, you do have to go to crazy, crazy lengths if you aren't financially viable to get it done.
Take care.
Have a good one. Now, when it comes to the living situation, this is where you test your grunginess level. See how willing you are to live in a very poor situation. So with me, I moved to a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 people. We each ended up splitting $300. We sort of lived ghetto-ish area because it's expensive to live in LA compared to most of the world. So the more people you're willing to have in an apartment complex with less rooms, the easier it's gonna be to survive with money. We would even have guests stay for a month or two. So at one time there were 5 people staying with us and my rent was only $200 to $300. So with the money that I saved before the trip, I could actually last 3 months without having to get a job. Alright, quick vlog update. I lost my water bottle, and then I stepped on something that felt kind of squishy, and then everything under my feet were soaking wet. I made a mistake. Anyways, it was a super uncomfortable ride, and then after that, I was holding a bag that was soaking wet on my lap, and I just couldn't get out. You know, like when it ends and you're just super anticipating walking out of the plane. Well, I was on like the 32nd row, so I was anticipating with a wet lap, just crying and crying. And for the first time in the entirety of my life, look what showed up right when I got here. That's insane. All right. Thank you. That's the first time ever dropping the G7X right when I got here. Got my car. Everything went so incredibly smoothly. As soon as I got off the plane, my bag was there. The rental thing worked out perfectly and everything is fine. Oh yeah, I'm doing a video. Let's do this. I would recommend getting a part-time job as soon as you get out here, even if it's 1 day a week. It all comes down to budgeting. Make sure all of your terrible snack habits die out. Buy food appropriately. Don't go out to eat. Buy exactly what you need to stay healthy, but you gotta give up your coffee habit altogether. No Starbucks. That's at least what I did. I didn't go out at all. I only bought food that was 100% necessary. Now this is crucial. Make friends as fast as possible. One, there are people out here who can relate to you, and psychologically you need that when you're in a new environment. You need to make friends. So if you can find people who relate to what you do, as a skateboarder, you go to a skate park, it's pretty easy to make friends. It's pretty awesome as well. But when it comes to knowing what to do in this city to make money, what to do in the city period to avoid troubles, and also people have leftover stuff for apartments, etc., things to give you, green light. Moment too real right now. And I turn the 6 upside down, it's a 9 now. Oh my God, this moment is awesome. So let me try to explain today so far. It's been crazy jumbled up because right when I got here, I went to Cherry Park, and you can't pull out the camera there, as I've mentioned before. There's a fence that goes right around it. There's really good skateboarders there, and if you put your camera anywhere in the park, it's gonna get hit. So I couldn't really film, but I did skate. I caught up with a bunch of good friends. It was kind of an emotional, awesome, really cool time. And then I went to the skate shop and hung out with them as well. I've been spending my time hanging out with people who aren't used to me having a camera in their face.
Reunited.
What up?
With the Hillster.
Here, if you flip the screen, you can make sure that it's looking at you well.
Oh yeah, what up?
Hey, there it is.
Oh snap, again. Long Beach, baby.
And I didn't want to do that because they know I do YouTube. I don't think they want to be put up like that. So I got my hotel as well. I've been running through the day, but I didn't want you to have to see that because it's kind of boring, to be completely honest. But right now, guess where I just arrived? My favorite spot ever. If you watch my channel a lot, you know that this is my favorite spot in Long Beach. I don't know why. Actually, I know exactly why. It's beautiful. Look at this. It's incredible. Also, there's like a place right in front where I can get on my computer, work on a bunch of things. There's a movie theater right there. I've spent so much time creating and doing things that have changed my life in this tiny area. So every time I come back here, my brain feels extra stimulated. I get extra excited. But that brings me to my next point. When I moved out here, I was super ambitious about being a professional skateboarder. That was exactly what I wanted to do, and nothing could teeter me from that plan. And then I saw a few other opportunities of things that came along, and I said yes. One thing that I think people should do is keep their eyes and mind and ears open for new opportunities. At least experiment with new things to find maybe new passions in your life, because I thought skateboarding was it. That was it. That was one thing I liked, and if I couldn't do it, I would hate my life, and I was so wrong. I figured out so many other things that I like to do, because out here, there's a lot of ambitious people. They will lead you on to new, exciting things. So always keep an open mind for new opportunities and new things, because I promise you will find other things that you like. And for me, the whole pro industry skateboarding thing didn't work out, and I started doing YouTube, and it was a whole new thing. It was very exciting, and now I actually have a more clear, a better opportunity in doing what I wanted to do in the first place, which is being a pro skateboarder. I'm actually on a more direct path to that when I teetered away from it. So it's crazy how things work out. Keep an open mind. So if you're used to my daily vlogs, yes, today was more of an informational video, and if you're new to my channel, I usually do daily vlogs. So that's that. But here's a summary that I wrote for this video that I don't think I can memorize right now because of how tired I am, but how long today was. But basically I said, I don't believe California is all about pursuing a career, but an enlightening experience. The weather's perfect, people are inspiring. There are so many beautiful cities within minutes of each other, including the beach everywhere, but the hustle is real. Very real. If you have to support yourself, you're going to have to constantly be hustling 24/7, which I think is one of the best forms of education I've ever had. It taught me about business, entrepreneurship, how to survive moments I thought I couldn't handle emotionally and financially. It will push you to the brink of the edge. It will also help you gauge on how much you want your dream and a more realistic perception on what that dream really would do for you and the effort involved. I would recommend it to anyone who thinks it's a place that will help with what they really want to do. I'm not really sure why I stopped filming right there. I think it was because I fell asleep as soon as I finished that last sentence. But basically, good night.